Alrighty, tubers. We gotta drop the fuel tank. I'm doing the fuel pump on this thing. My helper's not here today, so I'm doing this baz myself. So I'm just looking at how this thing comes out. It looks like the skid plate pretty much holds it in. So I got a fastener here, 2 bolts here, and then I'm thinking that that looks like a 10 mil that's gonna need to come off. And then there's one right here, up on the frame. So I think, and then we got to get the vent and fill tube off. Those are just 2 5/16. I'm gonna unscrew those. It looks like this has been out before. I mean, looks like it's been well taken care of. Got the twin I-beam. It's had radius iron bushings put into it before. I don't think the pivot bushings have been done. They look a little catty sideways. I want to say it's a 13. I'm going to figure out what fasteners we need, and then probably what I'm doing is I'm going to take that jack and just put it under the fuel tank and use that to support the fuel tank so it doesn't drop on us. So, well, it looks like we're just going to need a 5/16 and a 13 millimeter for this whole job. I'm just going to go ahead and unbolt this because this is going to come down with the deal here. It looks like this slides back and then comes down. Cause I don't see any other bits. Oh no. Okay, so we'll just, okay, here's a strap. Oh, this is the upper part. There's nothing holding the top part, so it's just the skid plate. That's what it looks like. There's, that is undone. Then we'll go to the other side and undo our thingamajigs. And while you're under here, it's a good idea to just look around and see where you can spend more money. This thing looks pretty good. Someone did shocks on it and everything at one point. So I'm using you guys as a guide for this. So I don't have to look directly above the hose clamp. Looks like these clamps stay on the hoses. Okay, that's undone. Might not be a bad idea to get some gloves or something over that, but okay. Alright, so let's get the DeWalt. So I'm going to leave those tubes partially attached because I am going to be using a impact here. Trying to balance this fuel tank. A better tool to use for this would be a tranny jack, but I got a friend who's taking forever on doing a clutch with this stupid 4-speed truck. I also need to get a socket on this. Oops. Let's see. Let's go with the deep socket. I'm trying to do this with one hand. So I just used a regular wrench on that one, and then finally got to an angle where you could bring your impact up through here and run it off. And it's got little captured nut deals. They look like this. I just put them back together and set them aside. One up on the frame on the side, and I think that's it. Man, she'll pretty much just come right out. I think. So I think what I'm gonna do is on this one, where you at? Right here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the DeWalt in there. And if I can, that'll be, I don't think, no, I'll do it by a wrench. I'm starting to think that this is just holding up the skid plate. But, we'll find out. Filler harpoon. And actually, I think the way these tanks are set up is it rolls over. Fuel can't come out of these. I could be wrong. All right, tubers, what do we got up in here? Well, I got an elbow full of axle here. So, looks like we have a goofy connection here. What I'm thinking about doing is, well, actually, I really need to get this tank out of here. So we got a line there, a line there, our electrical connector right here. We got I'll try and have to get that off with a screwdriver. I gotta break the bond. So we need to get this out. I'm gonna have to go run to the store and get the connect fitting, because I keep forgetting those every time. And I want to be able to change the, we're gonna change the fuel filter, which is up there on the frame rail. So, word of advice, if you're gonna buy one of those fuel line removal tools, just get the metal one. I can't get this line off. I was able to get that one off and hardly anything came out, so I don't know which one's the feed. That might be a return, this might be the feed. But I think she's gonna be bone dry. That's okay, so I'm gonna get a hammer and a flat blade screwdriver. We're just gonna tap that ring off. We're just gonna pull the fuel pump out. And I can actually probably swing this over here, but we're just replacing the pump itself. We're not replacing the whole sending unit, so this is not that big of a deal. But I was kinda hoping to pull this thing all the way out, but I don't think it's gonna happen anyways. You know, so far this is not that bad. As far as the mess goes, this thing, I'm not even really that dirty. Okay, that's our fuel filter. I have a fuel pump here. It's a hardware kit. Okay, so we got fuel strainer. We have a new one of these. Yuck. Let's see. These are our connections here. I'm gonna need a pick of some sort. That's one thing I don't have with me, which is mighty convenient. This whole center unit looks like it's original. Let me see if I got something in the truck that'll work. We're gonna go ahead and undo these clamps. It looks like somebody has been in here before. Definitely has been in here before. Well, when we hook the new pump up, I'm just gonna briefly blip it just to make sure it comes on. That really does not want to let go. We'll do that and I'll crimp it down once we put it back on the new one. And this fuel hose is slightly cracked. A little bit of fuel pressure there. So a little bit of fuel there too. So what we'll do is we'll put that back on there like that. Would you look at that? That is interesting. So then this plugs into the new pump. Like that. Okay, we're gonna take, I need this Bona and condom deal. Hold on there. This is gonna go in here like that, and this will go in there, and then our new screen will pop on. Real quick, what I wanna do, put a little bit of fuel in that so it's not totally dry. Just gonna see if it picks on. She leave me with the keys. Oh, I'm like, you know, it doesn't seem like it's working. Because I unplugged it from the truck. Alright, let's try that again with it plugged in. Oh yeah, she works. She works. Alright, Tubers. Now that we know the new fuel pump works. Da-da-da-da. So we got a new strainer, we'll pop on here in a moment. And then I need to find a knife for this. It's a bit warm today. So, got a piece of hose here. I cut it to the same size as the other deal. Oh. I do like these clamps better than the gear ones. This is a Bosch pump that we're put in here. This is going to be a Happy Explorer. It's actually going to run. Ah, bitch. I'll put this on here so the hose will have some more flexibility. And it goes like that. And then we'll just pull it back a little bit, put tension on it. And then we'll open this up a tiny bit. So next time, I won't even bother with undoing the other fuel line. I'll just drop the tank and just pop this thing out. Got a new gasket for all this, which is sweet. I don't suppose it matters which way this goes on. I think like that works. Oh, I need to go unhook the wiring harness. So, well, guys, I think I'm gonna plop this back in there. See if she runs. All right, guys, had a bit of a dick of a time getting that thing back in there, but I got it. Got her hooked up. We're gonna do a test fire. Just like that. Fired right up. Alright, tubes, we're going back up. Okay. Woo. That's the struggle right there. Alright, tubes, I'm at the point where I need to put one of my straps back in, because what I'll do is I'll put that strap right there, I'll get him anchored in, and then we'll just sync this up one by one with the straps, lock it in with that, and we're good to go. And then we can tighten that down, and then this other strap is kind of in here. The problem is now that I've got it far up, I can do that. There, okay, that's done. So that one's in there. Let's see what else. Yeah, I gotta fish the other strap in, and it's like it goes. Right in there. Let's see if we can. Almost tempted to bend it. Well, let me ratchet strap it up. Alright, tubes, I kind of messed up here. This electrical connector I need to undo and tuck it up past the frame there, and actually really just needs to go above this bracket. She'll be fine. We got that back in. This is a fight. I had to push the tank up, or push this up while holding the tank, get that threaded in, and then start it, and then I could let the jack down, and I just ran that home with the impact. We got these put back on, tightened up. I'm going to reroute the electrical connector There's that other vent hose that I undid. Well, that's put back on. All the hoses are back together up there. So really all we need to do now is put our skid plate back in, which I could probably do without the jack. And then last thing we'll do is get that bucket under here, and we're gonna undo the fuel filter and put a new one in. Alright, tubes, fuel tank is put back up. I did kind of, oops. Well, she's back up, locked down. Seems to be good. Now what we need to do is we're gonna get a, well, let's see if that's a 13 as well. Okay. What tool? I think it was this one. This one seemed to work pretty good. I need that. New fuel filter. I think it is. Oh fuck! I gotta get out from under here again. Bob Saget. All right. This is our new fuel filter. You know what? I can undo that clamp right there. 5/16. You undo that, and then we just undo the lines. We can just slide the filter out. Somebody didn't do the radius arm bushings right, like you can tell. Well, that came undone pretty easily. Now I need to get it off of here. It's hard to do this when you got a. There we go. Strain that filter out. Oh. And then I get my hand in here somewhere. Pop the safety clip deals off. Alright. I think that fuel line disconnect tool that I had is pretty much done. So I just undid this, undid the clamp, slide it back, and then it gives me more room to get my hand in there to do the thing. I just had the bucket under here, unhooked it, and then just dropped it in the bucket. So our new filter is going to go in like this. So you just get rid of the plastic doodads, which I'm not showing you because I can't. So now you just click them back in, slide that back over, do the clamp back up, and then drop your bracket back in the holes, and then you're done. Now it'll take a little while for it to crank as the pump fills up this filter, but once it does fill up this filter and enough pressure is built up in the system for the injectors to fire properly, she'll go. Yep. All right. Oh, she's hot in here. Wow, that was... Huh. This one just wants to run. I don't see any fuel leaks. She's running good. That's a quiet fuel pump. That's quieter than the factory one that was in my 95. Dude, this thing is like brand new. She's missing hardware for her air cleaner, so I'm gonna have to get a new top for it. Or just get some bolts for it. I don't know. Wow. Explorers always have a problem with. ticking noises. Huh? Cool. Well guys, I think it's gonna be it on this 94 Explorer. I don't know what the hell that noise is. That's weird. I wonder if it's the exhaust just finally warming up. That's what it sounds like. I'm gonna get my tools out of the way and back her out of the driveway. And we're done. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good one.